Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to hear about the MSc and PhD in Medical and Health Sciences programs offered at the International Medical University. I'm very glad to have with me the program director, Professor Dr. Shah Mariam Muhammad, who has been with IMU for the past 21 years. Welcome, Prof. Shah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tan. It is a pleasure to share with everyone the information about the program so as to give some insights of what to expect as a student embark onto the journey with us.
All right, to start with, what can you tell us about these two programs, Prof. Shah?
All right. First of all, we need to understand what postgraduate research is, right? So postgraduate research is actually an enhanced opportunity in creating new knowledge, which may lead to scientific breakthrough. We have seen this a lot in science. It empowers graduate students to undertake systematic investigation, starting from formulating objective, which is based on research questions, to designing experimental approach and sharpens one's evidence-based thinking skills. The postgraduate research can be conducted at two levels. The first one is master's levels, which takes about 1 to 4 years for full-time and 2 to 6 years for part-time. And then we have PhD, which takes about 3 to 7 years for full-time and 4 to 8 years for part-time. And the intake for these two programs is actually throughout the year.
All right, Prof. Shah, can you tell us about the areas the student can specialize in?
Okay, now IMU have a number of medically and health sciences related areas, such as oncology, environmental health, biotechnology, molecular biology, clinical research, infectious diseases, chronic diseases, not forgetting pharmaceutical sciences, psychology, and also community health. So actually these areas mainly leverage on the expertise that we have in IMU.
What about the options or mode of research conduct that are available?
Right. Students can conduct their research via different modes, such as laboratory-based research, clinical studies, community-based research, and also not forgetting the latest edition, which is research by published work, which is only offered at PhD level.
All right. What can students expect when they enroll in these programs?
Right. There are a series of other trainings apart from doing their own project. We have research methodology series, which is under the Collaborative Institutional Training Initiative or CT programs. We do also have a lot of continuous professional development programs or CPD, and not forgetting good clinical practices seminars or GCP and program management workshops. There are also seminars on ethics and professionalisms in research and publication, because being a researcher, we have to adhere to the professionalism and also ethical conduct. That's very important.
And next will be very important questions to many students, as that they would like to know how will they be assessed.
Okay, so I think everyone knows that assessment would mean that they will be assessed either formatively or summatively. So in these programs, of course, we have both, right? For formative assessment, it's like giving a research talk periodically. This is mainly to build their confidence and then to build up certain skills, right? Summative components would of course include thesis examinations and viva voce. So those will be counted as your the final results for students.
Okay, next, I'm sure students will be interested to know how they will be guided throughout their study duration.
Not to worry, because each student will be assigned to a main supervisor and also the supervisory committee, and each of the supervisors would have their own role based on their expertise. All right, so in the first semester, students will start to review previous work which are related to the field. This is termed as literature review. So from literature review, from the reading, They should be able to develop a research proposal and research methodology, of which they need to gain the approval from the IMU Joint Committee and Research on Research and Ethics. So once this is approved, they can start doing their presentation on research proposal by the end of the first semester. They, of course, have to complete the research methodology series, which is under the CT program I mentioned earlier. And then subsequently, in second semester and beyond, that's where the actual research work will be conducted. And of course, in the final last semester, they should be completing their research project and start to prepare the thesis. And usually they will submit their thesis by the mid of last semester. So during that time, students are also required to present their research findings within the IMU community. So that's part of the formative assessment.
Okay, and lastly, can you tell us why students should choose IMU in pursuing their postgraduate studies?
Right. IMU is very special and unique in its own way because of three main reasons, right? IMU is already an established private healthcare university with renowned and highly experienced faculty and researchers. I think we have built our research profile very well over the past almost 30 years, almost, yeah. Secondly, IMU holds a very good track record of obtaining national and international research fund, which is very important. That's the key thing to conduct a research. We need fund to conduct research, right? So we do have a very good track record in getting those funds, be it at national level or even international levels. And thirdly, with a very good infrastructure and facilities to support research, IMU should be the place that young scientists can help to nurture themselves in addition to the excellent research collaborations that we have both with the local and foreign institutions. So really we are very established in research field.
Okay, very well narrated, Prosha. I'm sure what you have presented today will stimulate the interest of young scientists. And once again, thank you for your time.
Okay, pleasure is always mine, Dr. Tan. I really do hope that I have enlightened everyone about the programs. The importance of research that contributes to the understanding of diseases now has become top priority because now we are already in the era whereby diseases are becoming more complex to treat. So understanding the diseases is very important to give us the new knowledge that everyone should know, right? We aim to produce scientists who can lead innovative research in health-related fields with, of course, very high ethical and professional conduct. So I welcome everyone to the program.
All right, thank you. Okay, now we move on to the FAQ, yeah? So some of the most commonly asked question, frequently asked question is that, how do I get connected to the supervisor?
Right. Upon successful application, the School of Postgraduate Studies will match the student with a potential supervisor who should be able to supervise them within the area of interest. So the student first need to express in which area that they are interested in, what sort of project, and then the School of Postgraduate Studies will match with the expertise that we have.
All right. The second common question that we normally receive is that must one of the supervisor be a member of the IMU faculty?
Oh yes, definitely. The main supervisor has to be an IMU faculty member, while the other co-supervisors can be from another institution. Of course, who can give their expert advice on the project per se.
All right. And lastly, are there scholarships available?
Yes, definitely. Currently, the Institute for Research, Development and Innovation under IMU provides scholarships for FRGS or Fundamental Research Grant Scheme projects which are funded by the Ministry of Higher Education. So we do fund our research students, postgraduate research students under this scheme.
All right. Thanks very much, Prof. Shah, once again, for sharing your insight with us about the programs that are offered by the School of Postgraduate Studies in IMU.
You're most welcome.
If you would like to have more information, please feel free to visit our IMU website. Thank you.